In this video, we will introduce how to run tasks in the background with FastAPI and learn a lightweight way to run slow jobs in the background. In FastAPI, background tasks can be set up to run after completing the request and returning the response. This is helpful for tasks that need to be performed post-request but don't require the client to wait for their completion before receiving the response. FastAPI background tasks are ideal for simple tasks like logging, sending emails, or small computations that don't require heavy processing. For complex or CPU-intensive tasks, we should consider using a task queue like Celery or RQ with a message broker like RabbitMQ or Redis. They have more complex configurations and allow you to run background tasks in multiple processes or even on multiple servers. Nonetheless, FastAPI background tasks can still be very useful for small and slow tasks. If used properly, they can also improve efficiency and user experience dramatically. To create a background task, we need first to create a task function that will be scheduled to run in the background by FastAPI. The task function is a regular sync or async function and can have arbitrary parameters. In this example, we define a task function that can simulate the task to send notifications to a remote server, which can be slow as it's an I/O-bound task. It may even fail if the server for handling the messages is not responsive. However, it should not slow down or block the original request. In the path operation function of your endpoint, include a parameter of type background tasks. You can then add tasks to be executed in the background using the add_task method. Note that the parameters are passed as well. You can use this curl command to call and test the endpoint. As shown in the logs, the task to send notifications is indeed run after the main request is completed. In the previous example, the background task function is a regular function. It can also be an asynchronous function defined with the async keyword. As shown in this example, the AIO HTTP package is used to send API requests asynchronously. The usage of this async task function is exactly the same as the regular one demonstrated before. Another common slow I/O task that is suitable to run in the background is to process files on the local disk or the cloud. Similarly, we need to first define a function that can process the file received as expected. In this example, a text file is expected. In practice, you can deal with various types of files in the task function. Then the task function is added to the background_tasks object as demonstrated before. Two issues that should be noted here. Firstly, the upload file type is used here rather than the file type, as it has more metadata and can be more efficient for large files since the content can be spooled. Namely, a file is stored in memory until it exceeds the size limit, after which it is stored on disk. Secondly, we need to pass the content to the task function rather than the file object, because the file will be closed after the response is returned. Otherwise, you will see an exception saying reading from a closed file. This is it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my channel for more content.